Spencer Lee, who has now won 49 straight. Here's Roman Bravo Young. He's right on his heels. He's won 45 straight. A lot of talent in this building tonight, Jim.
I tell you what, Roman Bravo Young, I tell you what, if he's anything like what is so walk-up music, they're the heavy on the bass right now. Look for him to touch and go and get right after it. You know, his matches, guys have just slowed him down a little bit, and he's just been a star, and particularly in this Iowa-Penn State duel throughout his career.
RBY, a good trip last weekend to Michigan, beat Dylan Ragusin 4-2. The Wolverine got the first takedown. Then he pinned Rayvon Foley to improve to 9-0.
And like you mentioned, Shane, Brody Teske was in the Penn State room for a while, and then, you know, before he transferred to UNI, then on to Iowa. But he's a guy that these guys have had to have squared off a number of times, so maybe used to measuring that quickness.
And Roman Bravo Young is a highlight reel on a wrestling mat, but last couple of years, when it gets right down to it, he's gotten really gritty.
Yeah, we talked about that often here about, you know, when he first came on the scene, I'll just say this again, he's known for the backflip there off the single leg counter from his feet. He did that against the Lehigh match, and everybody was oohing and on. But, you know, the wrestling that he's done in the national finals against Dayton Fix, really good, solid wrestling, getting the quick angle, the go-behinds right there. Good job by Teske reacting to all that.
No score halfway through this first period. Teske originally from Fort Dodge, Iowa. In his 5th year, as you mentioned, started at Penn State, went to UNI, was a Big 12 champion in 2021, two-time national qualifier.
You know, look for Teske to come hard with that right collar right there. He didn't really follow it up, but coming, you know, nice job there, working off the 2-on-1. It really doesn't have any confidence to maybe move into a shot right there. The speed of Bravo Young is just amazing here, and how he goes misdirection on guys. Makes you feel like he's going one direction, shooting just to create action. Crowd wanted a stall call there, but that's there's a follow-up shot here, and it gets it.
Gets the stall call, RBI. RBY hunts it down, he gets the takedown.
Easy, gentlemen, up easy.
Lion 2-0, 33 ticks to go in the first. What do you feel, Jim, is the most underappreciated aspect of his wrestling?
Iowa, look
just
at
his top
got
wrestling, and he's just as tough as the guys like Carter Starachi and you know, Aaron Brooks there in the top position. He can control the guy when he needs to, and if it's running a leg down, if it's you know, staying with the guy, scooping the leg is what he's done right here. We saw the speed, we've seen the quickness and everything, but this is where the tough wrestling turns over, and this is what he's done to be able to win national championships, stay in the top position at the end of the period. And he definitely wants to try to keep Teske down here.
10 seconds away from doing that. There's another trip.
1,000, 2,000,
you see the counts on the drop down. Makes the adjustments. 2-0 to the second period. There's Micah Parsons.
Red, top bottom standing.
First round pick a couple of years ago for the Dallas Cowboys. One of the best in the game and all-time greats here at Penn State. And now one of the all-time greats in the NFL. Great to see him here inside Bryce Jordan.
Yeah, he doesn't look comfortable there, does he? You know, he's just this wrestling is getting to him here. You can just tell he's grinding inside.
Teske starting period on bottom.
Oh, there's a scoop right there, the near leg, putting a lot of pressure on Teske's head right there. Has the chin, maybe looking for the cradle. Teske sensing that. You're covering the fingers underneath.
Roman Bravo Young with that first period takedown. Now in duel, 61 takedowns scored. He's given up 2, but he's also very good on top, as you alluded to, Jim. 5 times he's accumulated a riding time point, and he's got riding time over 60 seconds here in the second period.
Coming back to that, you know, head fulcrum right there, getting that head. You called it a coffee grinder last week, and everybody from Ohio wanted to know what you're talking about.
It's a coffee grinder. That's what we call it in Wisconsin. Teske with an escape. He's on the board with that tally, 2-1 score. A couple of 4-time state champions in high school. Teske for Iowa. Roman Bravo Young from Arizona, Sunnyside High School.
Both athletes pretty square on right now.
Fingers, get out of them.
That was a big recruiting class for Penn State. There you get a look at those notable recruits. Of course, Michael Beard is now at Lehigh, and Brooks Bravo Young and Brody Teske was part of that class before heading to UNI.
I'd say that class has worked out pretty well.
Seth Nevels was in that class as well for Penn State. Short time, 25 seconds here in the second period. Teske's been able to slow this match down.
He really has. He's done a nice job here. I know the crowd has got on the official J.R. Johnson a little bit, but, you know, it really has to be followed up here. The guy who's going to get the stalling call is RBY. If he can drop in and get shots like that.
It's a double leg, second takedown of the match. It comes in short time. Those takedowns inside 10, 15 seconds. And then another period finished on top. Look at this power, Jim.
Look at this drop down here. Gets all the way through. And looks how active the lower body gets. He just gets a little bit better angle and drives across here, catches Teske and drops him on his rear.
We're neutral here to begin third period.
You know, so many times guys get on shots and there's no activity with the lower body. You can see where he got another quick little angle there and was able to drive through, get the shot.
Spencer Lee, a tech fall at 125. RBY and the Nittany Lions looking to answer here at 133. And of course, in a dual meet, Jim, if you're Teske, you want to keep this to a regular decision, but it's going to be tough to stop that.
Great job of clearing out of that tie by Teske here and diving back in on that right ankle, all right, of Teske here with the leg band on it right there with the red leg band. Coming back and finishing, that was a thing of beauty. Not only was he quick, and we always admired his quickness here, but the angle he was able to attack from, just fantastic. Now a duck to the other side.
Teske's been hit for stalling once.
But I see him staying right there in the middle. I know he hasn't been very active, but it's pretty hard to chase this RBY down. He would like to see if he's got a good shot right there. If he can go ahead, test himself, get the shot.
And there's the second stall call of points to the Nittany Lion.
That was earned by Roman Bravo Young right there. Just the aggression, staying in the middle.
So now it's 7-2. And now riding time is locked up, so he's up by 6. He'll need a takedown and a ride out to get the major decision.
He's really stalking hard right now. Teske a shot. You're right into the quickness of Bravo Young. He's able to go ahead and lock up the cradle.
Bravo Young looking for the fall. He's got